Hello friends. All right, this is Praise God Chukwunyere Obonna. Right, I want us to make a very simple professional business card. Okay, already my PixelLab is open. Okay, I think I have already set. All right, let's go back to default. All right. Okay, now you need to pay very close attention to everything I'm going to show you on this business card design. All right, pay very close attention. I will be a bit detailed, or I will be detailed enough so that when you want to do the same, you can practice effectively. Now, the first thing we need to know is, or we need to do as we want to design our business card, is any size or anything you are seeing here is exactly how your work is going to look when you are done or when you print it out. Therefore, we have to first of all set the size of our business card, both the length and the width. Those things, the height and the width rather. So these are the things we need to take note of, so that we don't just come and start designing without taking taking note of the measurements and all that. And don't also forget that on PixelLab we don't measure in inches and we don't measure in cms, right? But when you have idea of the measurement style, the figures, you can convert to pixels, because that is what PixelLab measures with. So you can convert it to pixels. I think I have a video on that, so you can go on and watch it and then do the same, right? So we convert the measurement style or type you have to pixels when you come to PixelLab to get the exact measurement you need for your business card design and any other design you want to make. All right, I'm sure that is noted. Let's go to the app drawer now. Let's go to the app drawer. You'll see image size here. Now, the size of a business card is 8.5 times 5. That is, depends on how you want the business card to be. If you want the business card to be horizontally shaped or vertically shaped, it will give you the same size. But in other words, it's going to be different, like in the way you are making it to be horizontally shaped. The width will now be 8.5 cm. Then the height will be 5 cm. All right, so and that is what we're going to do. So if you convert these figures I just mentioned now to pixels, let's see what we are going to get. I've already done that, so I just want to put it here. Now the width is 3, 2, 1. That is the width. Then the height is 1. Okay, height or pixel and figure of pixels when converted from 5 cm is 188.97. but if you understand how figures works, 0.97 is very close to 1. So for us not to miss a whole lot of 0.97 from our design, what we have to do is to make, instead of making it 188, we'll make it 189. That is very simple. So we say, okay, now this is the size of a business card. Let me remove this text here. Now the next thing we need to do is to get our background set. All right, so we click on this fourth icon below. We click on it, yes, and then click on color. Then if you take a look, you will see that this place, the highlighted one there is gradient, but we don't need gradient, so we click on color. All right, if you check, you will see that the current color I used for the card we're going to create is there. All right, but I don't want to do that, so I don't want to pick it, so we click on plus sign. Now take a look at this place. If you don't have any reference material, you are creating from scratch, maybe from your head at some point, you don't have a reference material, you can actually use these codes here. You can actually use these codes here by you can actually get your colors by putting the appropriate codes. Do you understand? So now I'm going to show you the appropriate code you need to use. In time past, I've taught you how to pick color from a reference material using this color picker. But now I want you to understand how to also use code to get the exact color you want. So what do? You click on this pen you are seeing here. When you tap on that pen, then the area I'm going to work on now is this area. All right? Then take a look here. You will see the color where it will appear. Then we'll say, okay, so let's go ahead. I tap on this place and then wipe off what we have there. Now the background color is AEECEF. That is the code. Then after putting the code, you can quickly tap on this mark sign to get the color. Are you seeing now? Are you seeing the color now? Yes, that is no longer as white as it was. All right. So after that, you say okay. You say okay again. You say okay. Now the background color is set. The next thing I want to do now before I get the second color is to import a shape. But before then, for you to understand that what we are doing is actually right, let me go and get the reference material at this point. From gallery, you already know how to do that. After this, I'm not going to show you how I got my files, all right? So let's go to PixelLab. Okay, this is the first one that we're going to use. Yes, this is it. So you can resize your reference material to fit the work environment. All right, so let's go off from here and then come to the area where we can pick other materials and go on with our design, because since it is still on this background, anything I'm doing now is going to have effect on the background instead of having effect on the materials that I'm using to do design. All right, so let's go on now. I bring it up here, then go to the plus sign or pick on shape, then come to this place to change the shape, and what I'm going to choose now is this. That is the one I'm going to choose. Right now, that is it. So the relative size of the shape is 44% over 141%. Right, so let me just shift it a bit, and then I say okay. Let me rotate it, and then so we can go ahead. Let's check what relative size we should make it. This is the relative size, so this one should go to okay, sorry about that. Let's go to 1. Okay, this is a 44. Okay, this is a bit higher. Well, oh yes, this is exactly what I want, though not well rotated. So let me rotate it a bit. So as you can see, we've already gotten it. Right, so take note, the relative size is the width is 43% and the height is 146%. So that is very much okay. So now that we've gotten this, I will proceed to say okay by clicking on that correct mark sign, and then I'll change the color immediately. Change the color to black, and I say okay. Now I go to copy. After copying it, before I position it, I have to change the color to white so that I will see it clearly when I'm positioning it. All right, we pick white, so we bring it very close as it should. Now this is it. Okay, so we say okay, we come back and we copy again. Now this time we are going to bring up another color with our code. All right, we're going to bring up another color with our code. So we go to color, and then we click on the plus sign. The color is there already, that blue color. So we click on this pen, wipe this off, and then type in 1. Oh, sorry, let me shift this. So we type in 1 B 4 2 C and B. So we say okay, that's the color. We say okay, and okay. Now let us reposition it where it's supposed to be. If your element is very small, you can always use this position, right? Yes, take note of that. Now we have successfully gotten the 3 different shapes with different colors. All right, so now let's go on to merge the 3 of them. So what we'll do is we click here, we'll click 1 2 3, then we merge. Say okay. Now that we've successfully merged this particular material, are you seeing that? Yeah, yes. So let us position it well. We'll go to relative position. We click on the down one here. We click on extreme. Now let us hide our reference material. Are you seeing that? Good. So the next thing to do is to copy. We'll copy this. Now we are going to rotate it this way. Are you seeing? Yes. After that, you go to relative position, you click here, you click here. That is simple and short. So now we've gotten the shapes. The next thing I want us to do is to go get the logo, the business logo, right? So click on the plus sign up here. We go to from gallery, and we go to all right, you already know how to get your materials from gallery, so let's post it here. Okay, here is the business logo now. So let me bring up our reference material for us to see it. Okay, now the business logo, just have to resize it. Yes, yeah, I think this is okay. Yes, this is very much okay. So we position it well. You can hardly know that there are 2 logos there, right? So now let's get test, because that's the next thing for this front. Now let's get test, and then we edit it and write IG Ventures. I think I just have to do this. All right, so this is IG Ventures. Now things I want you to take note of: the font I used, the size, and the color. All right, it is currently on default color, which is not really black. So we're going to change all that. First of all, let's start with the color. let's choose black, say okay, and then let's go to font. The font I use is Gotham Bold. So in your time you can just go ahead and download the app, the font, and then add, right? Look at it here, Gotham Bold, that's what I used. Say okay. Then the font size is 40. As you can see, it has taken the exact shape of the existing one, right? So place it where it's supposed to be. Okay, say okay. Now let us get another test. And then we did. So we'll write dealers on all kinds of electrical materials and electronics. Click on edit. Okay, I think electrical dealers on all kinds of electrical materials and electronics. That is that. See, okay. So now let's get to work. First of all, by giving it a black color also. Say okay. Go to fonts. Now the font I used for this particular one is called King Things. It is a very funny name, right? So I'm going to recent. In your time, just pick anywhere you want. King Things Exata, right? So I click on that. The next thing I want to do now is to get the size, which is 23. Text size 23. 23, that's the exact size. And then I did a little work here by shifting the text, which is line spacing. I think line spaced is -5. Yes, -5. Are you seeing that? So let's position it well so you could see very clearly. Okay. So that is it. So I think we are done with the front view. Okay, we are done with the front view. Now let us save our work and then continue with the second one. Now we'll click on this place and then we'll just save. I'm not going to save as project because I already have it in here as project, so it is customized. Therefore we're going to change this to very high, then we save. That's enough. Now let's go to the next page. I'll hide our reference material so you could see we are done. Yes, are you seeing that now? Yes, we are done. So let me delete this particular reference material and bring out another one. Now this is the back view of our card. All right, it's a professional business card, so we want to make it very unique. It will have a front and back view. The back view will contain vital information of this particular organization or cooperative or business center or anything you want to call it. All right, so now we're going to do something different, all right, from what we did, because in fact this is the area we need to do more work, right? So now this is how this particular one looks. So we are going to first of all hide our reference material, and then let's start with this. Okay, let's bring this one down. Okay, now I want to do something very significant for you to understand. Let's go to 3D rotate. 3D rotate. These are our new reference material, so let's go to 3D rotate. I click on that 3D rotate. Then you rotate the x axis to 180 degrees. So once you do that, you say okay, you go to your relative position, then you tap forward, then you tap up. It is there. You say okay, you go to the second one, go back to the 3D rotate here. That's x-axis, you rotate it again to 180 degrees. You say okay, you go back to your relative position. Okay, now you tap down, then you tap extreme. Say okay, now we have successfully moved our shapes to the exact position where it's supposed to be. Now here we can as well see the shape. So we just, I mean the logo. So all we need to do is just to move it to the place we want it to be. All right, that is okay. All right, that is okay. So we get, now let's go get okay, this IG is still here, so let's just reduce the edit the IG name, which is the company name. What we'll do, go to test, we'll click on edit. Now I'm going to make this another paragraph. We say okay, we'll go to alignment, we centralize it. We say okay, then we go to text size. The text size the text size should be 25. That is good. So we'll drag to the position. Okay, that is it. Now the next thing, let's just get this dealers on all kinds to something else. So go to edit, go to edit, wipe it off, then we'll write 15 timber markets, road. Electrical line. Oyibo. Reverse state. All right, so that is the address. We say okay. Now let's set our okay, this particular test I just wrote now, the size is 15. That is the size. Okay, and the font I used for that particular one is semi bold, sorry, aileron semi-bold, aileron semi-bold. So let's go to font, aileron semi-bold, recent, and we go to aileron semi-bold. You can see that there. All right, we'll say okay. So it's simple. We position, then the next thing, we copy, we edit the company's mobile number, +2348098781398. That is the company's number, but it seems they shifted some things. Okay, so let's do it that way. In most cases, not some, in most cases, email comes first, but this person wants his address to come first. So just listen to your client, whatever he wants, do it that way, unless the person seeks for your opinion. So let's copy again and then bring it down to this place. Then we can now write their email, IG Ventures NG at gmail.com. That is simple. Now let's copy this and get the director's name. Say okay, and his name is Ignatius Madu. Say okay. Now the size is 35. Sorry. Say okay, then we use our position to take it to where it's supposed to be. The next thing, we also copy that, all right? We'll copy that and we edit it. Write director. Okay. Now this director, we are going to change the font. Look at the font here, and the font we used is aileron bold. So go to recent, choose aileron bold, and then the text size is 18. Yes, that's text size, but I also adjusted the spacing. All right, so we're going to space it, and it's going to be 10. Are you seeing that? Oh, sorry, it's not to 10. All right, so this is 10 now. So let's go to position, take it up. Perfect. Now the last thing we need to do now, first let me go and lock all these items. I log this director, I log the company, director's name, the email, the phone number, address, the company's name, the logo, the two designs, and I think that's all I have to log for now. Now let's import a shape to complete our task. Now here is our shape. At this point, we're going to be making use of our rulers and as well the the zoom button. Okay, so that is that. So let's first of all zoom it. This is good. So okay, then I'll bring up sorry. So this is it. So this is our shape. We'll bring it up this way. I think this is okay. So we copy our shape. I was supposed to have colored it before I copy, but that's not any problem. So let's go ahead and copy. We can see the color is here already, so quickly just choose and then alright, so we copy again, then we'll drag to the position. Then that is okay. So the next thing I want us to do now is to go to gallery and get our address or location vector, phone or call vector, and email vectors, then add them on those blue shapes. Okay, here we already have our 3 vectors. So now we are going to proceed. There's no time, right? So we're going to proceed and arrange them how they are supposed to be in different boxes. Okay, so after zooming, you reduce the size. If it is too small to handle, you can always use your position icon to take it to where you want it to be exactly. I think this is beautiful. So let's go to color now and then give it white color. That is that. Now we go to the next one. You reduce the size. So we use our position to, yes, I think this is great, right? Yeah, it's great. So we'll give it a white color. Now the next one is going to be the email. Okay, let me keep it here. So you resize. After you resize, you go to position. Position it properly. I think this is good. So you go to color. You give it white. You know exactly the color you want. If it is white, that is good, fine. If it is not, you proceed, all right? So now this is it, all right? Let's reduce our material now. Now this is it. Now let's hide the reference material. Does this look like a very nice, well-designed, professional card? If it does, go ahead and make yours. After this, you just have to save and then you print your work. Do have a wonderful experience designing your card. Bye for now.